Hello everyone, it is October 1st and I was gonna throw with a new clay today, so I thought I'd share me trying this new clay. And I was gonna go live, surprise everybody, and apparently you can't go live right away on YouTube. You have to be approved and it takes like 24 hours, they said. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and make a video. I'm gonna be throwing some mugs and some bowls, and I bought this. It's a porcelain. It's a black porcelain clay, and I thought I'd share it with you. So I'm gonna put this up to the screen, but I know it's gonna be backwards. But maybe you can read. You can read that backwards, can't you? PRNI cone 5/6. It is black stoneware clay with impalpable grog. So it is like a porcelain with a grog. Most porcelains don't have much grog. Like I said, it is a cone 5/6. It has 40% impalpable grog. But it's supposed to be ideal for wheel throwing and modeling. Usually, like porcelain's hard to use when you're hand building. Anything with a small amount of grog is hard to hand build with, just because of the shrinkage and everything. But it says the shrinkage is only 7%, which is extremely low. Most of the stonewares that I've used are anywhere from 11-12%, and a lot of porcelains are 13 and 14%. I bought this from Core Clay right here locally in Cincinnati, Ohio. It says it's Sio-2, but you can go to www.sio-2.com. PRNI, which is porcelain. But it's not. I don't know if you can take a screenshot and you could turn it around. But it was not cheap. I was kind of surprised at the price. I didn't realize how much it cost until I was paying for it. It's $1 a pound. So this is 27 pounds and it was $27. So you figure a 50-pound box is going to be $50, whereas most stonewares, clays cost anywhere from 26 to 35, but anyway, so let's see how this goes. See how it is. And like I said, so yeah, I was hoping to be live, but it's not. So let's see. I'm using the Dirty Girls bat. I really like this one because it's round. Let me put this back down. I have a Zion Tools bat mate underneath here, which holds it. It doesn't move, and it's a softer impact, so it kind of hugs it to the wheel. And this is, like I said, Zion XIEM Tools bat mate. And I just leave it on here. You can tell how dirty it is. I think it was blue when I got it. But anyway, it's got holes in the bottom. And what's nice about these, I also have a Studio Pro, and that's this one. And I use that too, but this one has these square ones in here. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so I don't like this. Gosh darn it, I don't like this as much. These swell up and don't fit in very well either, but if you're trying to, unless you're throwing something really small like a mug, you can see the imprint here. Your fingers, oh my gosh, if you have any fingernails at all, they get caught in here. Oh my gosh, it just rip your fingernails off practically. So I really, this is Studio Pro. I really don't care for it as much as the Dirty Girls. So, here we go. So this is one of the Dirty Girls bats. They're thin. They do warp a little. I kind of flip them back and forth. It's not a big deal. And I've had to sand this out a little bit, clean it out, because they do swell. They do swell up a little bit. Like it's hard to get them out. But I'm bad. I don't. I'm not good about cleaning them either when I'm done using them. I kind of let them get. I leave the clay on there, which isn't really a good thing. I think when I'm done using all this brown, I've got 25 more pounds of this, and then I'm done. I think I'm going to switch back over to white clay because the brown clay is beautiful, but gosh, it stains everything and it makes a mess. So I'm going to cut a chunk off of here. I don't really, there you go. I don't really wedge my clay that much. I just kind of put it on here. I'll move this bucket back a little bit so you can see. Get it over there in the middle a little bit more. Let's throw some mugs. Push my sleeves up a little bit. There we go. It's really silky smooth. Wow. Wow, it's really, this clay comes Cryovac in plastics. So I've had this probably from, I've had it for months. I probably cut off a little more than, I like to make big mugs. And I like my mugs to have thicker walls than most people. I hate a thin walled mug. They don't keep your tea or your coffee or your hot chocolate, they don't keep it warm very long. And I just think the you know, the little bit thicker walls keep your drink warm longer. I have to get my foot situated on the pedal. When I'm centering it, I go full speed, and I like to open up the walls, open up the inside, and pull the walls at about medium speed. That way, you know, you're not fighting the gravity. Wow, that is just so silky smooth. I'll make sure that I have the, when I fire these, I'll make sure I have the kiln opening to a video. I didn't do it the last time. We had a lot going on here at the Kester house, and I was doing a kiln opening like 11 o'clock at night. I do like thin rims though. There we go. And I like straight up and down mugs. I don't like, I guess I don't like girly mugs. I don't know why, but I was raised a tomboy. Like, you know what I mean by girly mugs. They kind of have the girly shape, you know. I know that's silly. That's silly. This is the first one. It's taken me a little longer, but I think it's a little thick still. I'm going to pull it up one more time. Oh like big mugs too. I know I probably said that already. This is really nice to smooth the rim. This is, I cut a sponge in half. Someone told me about these. You can buy 50 of these. Now normally, like I said, it's cut in half, so normally it's another part. But you can buy 50 of these for like $10 on Amazon. And they're called makeup sponges, and they're real nice and smooth and soft, and they're great for smoothing the rim down. Because like I said, I do like a thin rim. There's nothing like trying to drink your coffee or tea out of a mug that's got this big giant thick rim. There we go. Alright, I'm going to get the water out of the inside. Hopefully the other ones will go a little faster. This one I'm playing with too much, but I do play with my clay a lot. I'm definitely not a production potter. I see some of them just, there we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. And I'm going to put a little indentation down here at the bottom to get my wire underneath there. Uh-oh, what happened to my wire? Oh, there it is. It's down there. And that's a cobweb. What the heck did I just do with my wire? Oh, duh, Lisa. You left it in the clay, Lisa. Alright. What's nice about the smaller bats is that they don't take up as much space. I use a knife to just pop it out of there. There we go. Alright, let's get another chunk here. Tell we live on a busy street. Jeez. We live on a bend in the road, and I swear cars go around the bend like squealing tires all the time. It's so annoying. Mug here. This is probably 2 pounds of clay, and I know a lot of people use probably 1.25 pounds, 1.5 pounds. But like I said, I don't like really thin walled mugs. So because I don't wedge my clay beforehand, I cone it up a couple times, cone it up and down, and that just aligns all the particles and kind of wedge it. It's like wedging it on the wheel. Then just slowly release. It's really important when you're doing wheel throwing is to just release slowly, because you can have it perfectly centered, and if you release too soon, you can throw it right off. So I use my thumb and my middle finger with my first finger on top to open. Now, With this soft clay, I could probably just use 2 thumbs. So you can open it up either way. I have arthritis in my thumbs, so if the clay is hard, I can't use my thumbs, but you always want to smooth out your rim, make sure you have an even rim. I'm going to compress the bottom inside here. That just helps, you know, if you have any air bubbles, which you shouldn't, but it happens, right? Going out a little bit, so I'm going to collar it in. Since the clay is so soft, I just can't believe how soft it is. It really wants to, the gravity wants to pull it out. This clay, like I said, this clay has been sitting in my family room for, gosh, 3 months. I thought it would be really hard. Thank goodness I didn't add any water to it. When you're pulling up your wall, it's really important to have this hand attached to this hand. And my elbows are locked in, so I can really steady my hands, and I can control the clay without the clay pushing my hand around. For me, that is key. That really helped me when I was learning. Like, I'm sitting very close to the wheel, and so I can really have control over my body. Can't believe today is already October 1st. Guess all my bills are due, aren't they? Huh. There we go. I used to have a mirror sitting right in front of me, and that really helped. But now when I turn my wheel around, I really don't have any way to lean it up against anything. I guess I could lean it up against this wall here next to me. It really helps to be able to see the outline profile of what you're throwing with a mirror. So this is supposed to be like black porcelain, so it's supposed to fire really dark. There's number 2, and also well, let me get this off of here. It's hard to talk and concentrate at the same time. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Where's my knife? I always make such a mess of myself too when I throw. Set that on the shelf over there. Get another bat out. Put a little water on there. I hate cleaning my wheel. I clean my wheel about once every 3 months, I guess. So, one of the reasons that our house has been kind of crazy is those of you who follow me know that I had 3 dogs, and we had Ernie who walked around the house. You'd always hear his toenails clicking in the background. Well, in the last month we had to put Ernie down, and then a couple weeks ago we had to put Sophie down. So we lost 2 dogs in the last 3 months, and that's been extremely hard on us because our dogs are like our babies. And so we decided about a week ago, I guess, to get some kittens. So we have 2 kittens now running around, and I'll tell you what, they are wild. I forgot how little kittens are. Oh my gosh, I've had to block off so much stuff, but at least we have a cage to put them in when we're not home and at night. Keep them out of trouble. So we have 2 little kittens. I think they're 3 months old now. Molly and Millie, 2 little girls. They were in here before. So I'm gonna, with my hand braced against this bag, I'm gonna pull this wall out. I always just compress the floor with my thumb. You know, if you get a big thumb, it works. But there's no spiders. My wheel is out in my greenhouse, this little greenhouse I have attached to my house. My kiln is out here, and my wheel, so I don't throw a lot in the winter. I've got a little heater I hook up, but I don't do a lot of throwing out here in the winter. Sometimes I throw with a sponge and sometimes I don't. I think it's easier to throw with a sponge. I don't. If the kittens come in, I'll have to show them to you. They're cute as buttons. Our dog Archie, who's 13, he's the only dog we have left. He doesn't know what to make of them. So like this clay is so creamy smooth. I don't feel any grog in it at all. I find it hard to believe there's any grog in here. Is that a big, look at that side of that thing. Oh, there's, there we go. I'm going to do another video on putting handles on. I bought, well, it's a Shimpo, what do they call them? Clay extruder. And it is a game changer for handles. Some people have the big wall mounted clay extruders, and I just don't have the room for that. So I bought myself a hand one, and I can't say it's, I mean, it's kind of awkward squeezing out the clay, but wow, it is so nice to make handles. So much easier. I can see why a lot of these production potters use it. I like to pull my handles, but I don't know. For me, I don't make enough mugs to really get good at it, and I don't get the uniformity. Got a little bit of a thin spot right here. I don't know how I did that. So I'm going to push some clay up to fill that thin spot, and I'm going to pull some clay down. There we go. Alrighty, that's gone. My big bucket of water here. I just bumped the rim out a little bit. There we go. That looks good. So I want to probably do about 8 mugs, and then I'm going to throw some bowls. So I'll try to see how it does. With clay this soft, bowls are going to be probably a little bit harder because the walls are going to want to go with the gravity and spread out pretty far. But as long as you keep a thick rim, usually you're okay. But when I put the handles on these, I will share how I do that, because when I was putting the handles on the other day to some other mugs that I threw, I just could not believe how much easier it was. And I don't really worry too much about, trying to keep the exact same size mugs. Because, you got people when they come to a show, some of them want big mugs, some of them want little mugs or smaller mugs, and plus, you gotta remember they're gonna shrink. So, oh, I just splattered mud on my face. Or clay. Clay, mud, same thing, right? Ugh. Oh, jeez, Lisa. I should have wiped my hands off first. You want to keep the clay wet so that so your hands don't stick to it and it torques when you're pulling it up. You want it to be slimy. And then I just hold it here when I'm pushing it back down. So I'll probably go up one more time. And you're basically squeezing the bottom and squeezing it up. And then it's really helpful to take some of the slip that you're getting off of it, the slime, and put that back on rather than water. It really works better than the water, but sometimes I don't have quite enough. Because I do throw with quite a bit of water. I know there's some potters who, I don't know how to do it. They throw with hardly any water at all. I don't know if you've ever watched, I know I'm going to pronounce his name wrong, but Hin Shun Lin. That's what it looks like to me, Hin Shun Lin. My gosh, he throws in dress pants and a nice shirt, and I don't think he gets a speck of clay on him. I can't. Oh gosh. I usually have it in my hair, on my face. and press that bottom a little bit. Can't get my thumb in there, so the kittens were in here before. When I first started, they had not seen the wheel before, but they were in here chasing stink bugs around. Do you guys get stink bugs where you live? Because we have 3 huge trees in my yard, and I guess that's where they come from. But I have the window open at the top of the greenhouse for when I fire the kiln, and oh my gosh, we have so many stink bugs. Oh my gosh. And if as soon as I go to pick them up to move them, they spray me. And they, oh my gosh, they stink so bad. I think I screwed this mug up. I don't know. I'm trying to hurry too much. I got another thin spot here, which I'm not, the problem is I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. So let's see if I can fix it. If not, we'll just trash it. I love this big tool. I don't know who makes it. It's got so much clay and mud on it, I can't tell. I just go out to my local clay supplier, and it could be, I can't, probably a Mud Tools. I can't think of who makes it, but. And then you just hold this on the outside, and with your finger run it up on the inside. And you can really help smooth out your walls. I'm not doing a very good job here. I actually like when the clay's a little bit stiffer. This is so wet. But the last batch I had what was that, standard 266? That was really stiff. Or no, it was the B Mix 5. My gosh, that was. I don't have any of that here at home, but. But where I teach, I have B Mix 5, the white clay, and it was so hard to center. It was just wow. So I just saw a kitty cat come in here. All right, let's see. Oh, there's Millie. Hi, Millie. Millie is a gray tabby, and Molly is gray and white. Hi there, pretty girls. I don't know if you can see. Wipe my hands off here a little bit. I hate when my hands get so gooked up. Cookied up. Like I said, I get it, I get it all over me. Can you see? Let's see if you can see her. There she is. Can you see her right there? That's Millie. She's the gray tabby. Millie. Millie. Hey, hi, pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl. Yeah. when we first got her, they're still pretty much scared of their own shadow. This rim is bugging me. Okay, now let's see. Let's see if I can fix it. I don't like the rim on that. I don't. There we go. I think that's better. Like I said, I hate a thick rim. There we go. I think that's good. That's not. It's not too bad. It's a little comes out a little bit, which I don't really care for how that comes out like that, but it doesn't really matter. Hey, Chris. Will you switch the sprinkler to the other garden? Yeah. We are watering our gardens because I have to get out there and weed, and we have not had rain. I don't think we've had rain for like 1 or 2 weeks, and there's no rain predicted for another week. Actually, probably more like a month. We haven't had much rain. Oops, where'd my... And, oh, here it is. And the gardens are so dry, I can't pull the weeds out. I need to clear my gardens out for the winter. There's Molly. Let's see if Molly comes in and says hello. Molly, hi, pretty girl. Okay, let's wait, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, I got 4 mugs. I'm not moving very fast, am I? I'm talking too much. I'm not concentrating, but that's okay. Like I said, we got 37 minutes. Molly is watching my wire here dangle. A little bit more clay there. See if I can get her to come over. Hi, Molly. Hi, pretty girl. Oh, there she is. Hi. Hi, pretty girl. Hi. You come up, say hi? I know Mommy's hands are all dirty. My hands are all dirty. Let's wash my hands. Wipe my hands off. Molly, come here, pretty girl. Oh, I got more clay on. Jeez. I don't want to get her all dirty. Yeah, I don't want to get you all dirty. Come here. Come here. Oh, come on. Oh, you're a pretty girl. Oh, you're a pretty girl. Okay, we gotta take a kitten break. Hey, say hi. Oh, what's the matter? What's the matter? She's usually my lover girl. She's usually a lover girl, aren't you? Yeah. I'm not gonna put you in the water, huh? All right, Mommy has to get back to work. All right. No, you're not climbing on my head. Say goodbye. Okay, here we go. There you go. They're cute. Yeah, there you go. I don't think she's sure of the wheel here yet. I guess we've only had them for a week. We got them from our local shelter, and they were apparently pretty sick when they got them. But it's so nice because they're already spayed and microchipped. They have their vaccines. And I just took them to the vet a few days ago, and he said it looked good. So but they've been so fun. They've really distracted us from losing our Sophie girl and little Ernie. Ernie was the Yorkie. He was 15 and a half. Sophie was our Brittany, white with brown spots. She was 12, about 12 and a half. She had a seizure while I was at the Arvina Galette Festival, my last show. And I had to run home in the middle of the show and take her to the vet with my husband, and then they said she was too far gone. She'd had, like I said, she'd had a stroke and couldn't move her legs, and it was. And then I had to go back to the festival after I had to put her down at the vet. That was really, really hard. So I'm going to pull the walls out here. When you're pulling the walls out, make sure if you're making a mug and you want that floor to be even, and you want to pull your hand straight across the bottom and out, and compress the floor. So like I said, we had some rough days, so anyway. So we got kittens, and they've been fun. Hopefully they won't knock over too much of my pottery. I've got it all covered in plastic, and I have my pottery room blocked off, because my pottery room is actually my family room in the back of the house, and there's no doors on it. So I had to put up like these decorative sheets of plywood. To keep them out. Because I've got pottery sitting everywhere. Not quite straight though. I really miss my mirror. I'm going to have to try to set that back up. It's so much easier to see if the sides are straight. That looks better. Go. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some more. Make my ridge at the bottom. So I really think with the wheel moving as you're bringing this through, I really think it stops S-cracks. I think by pulling that wire across here, I think a lot of times if your clay is on the stiffer side, it stretches that bottom of the clay. and pulls that apart, and then it creates stress when it's drying, and that's how I think that's one of the ways you get S cracks. That's at least that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it because I have not had any S cracks since I started wiring it off while the wheel was moving. So I have another show coming up. My next show it's not really a show, it's a festival, I should say. It's the Pumpkin Festival, and it is called Weber's Pumpkin Festival, or Weber's, see, I should get this, Weber's Family, I think it's Weber's Family Pumpkin Festival. Should have dried my hands first. I keep forgetting to do that. See, it's hard for me to talk and do this at the same time. It's on Kilby Road here in Cincinnati, and it is October, I think it's 14th and 15th, or 15th and 16th. And it's a really nice festival. It's huge. There's like 400 vendors. There's a magician, there's food trucks, there's a sunflower field. It's huge. Hopefully we'll have good weather. Motorcycle. Get it nice and centered. Put all this gooky stuff back on. Compress the bottom. That's gonna be a big mug. This clay is just so silky smooth. It is like thrown with butter. I don't know how it'll take glaze. It's said on the directions or the description of this dark clay that greens, especially blues, look really good on it. So I think what I'm going to do is dip these, probably dip them in a rutile blue. And I got some Tortuga, which is a green, kind of a greenish blue from Kentucky Mud Works. I don't know, I think I'll try a few different colors. There we go. It's usually easier for me to throw these mugs. I'm not used to this really soft clay. I guess I could use my sponge on a stick, but I don't know, I've gotten in the habit of just using a sponge. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe make that rim, pull that rim up on it just a little bit. I can feel it's a little off, but that's, I'm not really worried about that too much. I mean, they're handmade mugs. I really don't want them to look like, someone bought them in a department store. That looks good. And I won't trim these. I will probably take my thumb and just rub off the edges of them. But if they need, well, I shouldn't say that. If my last ones, I turn them over and I just took a real quick trim of the bottom and rounded the bottom off. The bottoms are so silky smooth too when you trim them. Yeah, they're just like a baby's behind. So it's kind of fun to trim them and get that smooth bottom. You don't have to sand these things. A lot of people sand the bottoms of their mugs and their bowls, but this dark clay, it is so smooth, you really don't have to. Let's see, we're getting to 53 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and throw a bowl because I'm not sure. Sometimes they kick you off at an hour. Let me cut a big chunk of clay out of here. I hate when my hands get so dirty. Ugh. You would think I wouldn't mind being a potter, but I don't know. When it gets all gooked up on my hands. So again, this is black porcelain. And like I said, porcelain is not cheap. I have to say, I will not be buying it again. So, just because of the cost. I mean, $1 a pound. That's usually the clay I buy. B Mix 5 is like at 50 cents a pound about. Make sure your bottom is smooth. Let's see, I didn't cut off that much for a bowl. Let's see what we can do with this. So when you're centering, the important thing is just hold it there. You can see I got my hands together and just slowly release. Don't release fast. And then, like I said, when I open it up, I slow it down. If I remember, if I'm not talking. Sometimes I forget. And all of a sudden the walls start going brrr, and you're like, oh no. I don't want that rim. There we go. Go. I'm going to compress the bottom with my thumb, but you can use the bottom of this tool with the rounded side out, so that you don't want the sharp side on the inside. It'll gouge the side of the walls. So let's pull the walls up. So when you're doing a bowl, I like to pull the walls up first, especially if it's soft clay. If you're using stiff clay, you could probably pull the walls out and manipulate them and stuff, and it won't collapse. But especially if the walls are soft, you don't want them hanging out going like this for very long, because the gravity is going to just slowly pull them down, and it's going to collapse. So I pull mine up first. You want to leave the walls fairly thick, because you're going to be spreading it out, which will thin the walls out as you widen the rim and the sides. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot of clay here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this wall out. So when I'm pulling the wall up, I'm pushing from the inside. I'm going this way. But of course, so now the pressure is going to be on this hand pulling it out. See that? Then just stop, let it settle down, and slowly let go. So what I like to do when I'm doing a bowl is, I think it's in my water dish. I leave all my tools in the water bowl here. I don't know, I don't know, they stay cleaner. Like, well, except for this piece here. I'm definitely going to have to clean my wheel off after this mess. Okay, so this is I think I've showed this to you. This is a cake. It's called the Cake Boss. I think I got this at Michael's, maybe, or maybe Meyer. But anyway, it's for icing a cake. Oh, there's Archie. Hi, Archibald. Hi. Hi, the little boy. Yeah, Mommy's hand's all dirty. So, I use this tool, or I use, there's a gnat. There's a gnat in here. Or I use, and I don't know who made this, sorry. But you can find them at your local clay supplier. Just look at the shape. But it's nice because it has different angles for whatever. Whoops, I'm out of the camera. It has different angles depending on how sharp your the sides of your bowl are. This one's nice because it's just round. So with my hands on the outside to support the wall, and I'm holding this with 3 fingers in and my little pinky on the inside of my thumb. I'm going to put this on the inside here. Whoops. Yeah, I'm going to kind of angle it towards the front of the wheel. There we go. Now I threw it off a little bit because I forgot to put water on there. see if I can fix it. There we go. I think that's okay. Okay, you start off in the middle, or just to the left of the middle. And with my 2 fingers on the outside, and pressing against the edge of this on the inside. That's how I'm doing this. But I can't say that it's turning out the greatest. You may. Oh, well. You're going to see it fail. It's cracked all in here, which is really strange. I don't know if I can, that is bizarre. So usually what that means is your clay is short, which means it doesn't have much placidity. Now let's, well, maybe we should have just stuck with the mugs, huh? Well, let's see if we can save it. I didn't have any problems with the mugs, so, but I'm surprised to see all those cracks like that. But porcelain is finicky. See if we can't do this again. It wants to gravity just wants to pull these walls right out. Let's see, where's my needle tool? I'm going to take this top off here. I can feel a few air bubbles in there, but I'm not really worried about that. As long as your clay is dry, they're not going to explode in the kiln. It's not the air bubbles that explode, it's the moisture that's stuck in the air bubbles. That's really, there we go. Okay. I think that's good. What do you think? That was a pretty decent save. It's a beautiful day here today in Cincinnati. It's like 65 or 70 and the sun's out. It's actually beautiful. Okay, I'm going to try and round this up just a little bit. Re-round it. Recenter it. Sometimes you can do that when you I should probably stop playing with it, but it's bugging me a little bit. I don't mind when they're a little off, but yeah, that's better. That's not too bad. Alright, I'm going to clean up the bottom here and put that little gouge right at the base so my wire slides underneath the pot. It'd be interesting to see this bowl makes it, since it was pretty messed up, right? Okay. So there's the bowl. Not too bad. Oh, I think I'll put that up top here so the kitty cats can't get it. Let's do another bowl. I'm going to take this off for a minute. Get some of this clay off of here. Sometimes if these can warp, I just set it underneath something heavy right on the top here, and it flattens it back out. Okay, let's dry my hands off. Okay, let's cut a big chunk off of here because whoops, shoot. I dropped it. Oh my goodness. There we go. cut this big chunk off. Let's see. Just cut a little more off. Go big, right? Go big or go home. Now, because I am not really wedging this, okay, there's air bubbles in there, I'm going to have to cone it up at least 3 times to make sure there are not too many air bubbles left in here. So this is probably about 5 pounds. I hate when that hole gets in the middle. You don't want that volcano hole in the middle. It creates all sorts of air bubbles and stuff, so one thing about sitting close to the wheel like this, I can use my body, my weight of my body to push down, so I don't have to use all the strength in my hands. I guess everybody's getting ready for shows this time of year. There's so many shows. My gosh. Last weekend I went to the I know I'm gonna say this wrong. Chautauqua Festival. It's Chautauqau. It's a huge festival down in Madison, Indiana. It's right on the riverbanks of the Ohio River, and it's a cute little historic town, and it's one of my favorite festivals to go to. There's probably there's gotta be 100 to 200 artists there, and food trucks, and it's I used to go to that years ago, and then I stopped going for a while because I always had shows that weekend, but I actually turned down the shows for that weekend just so I could go to that festival. It's like 3 city blocks, and it's just all these historic buildings, and you see all the river boats, and the artists there are all just amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm pulling so much clay off of here as I think I'm just gonna center it, and the heck with coning it up, because there we go. Every time I cone it up, I think I can get a handful of clay off of there. Look at that. That's weird. I get big chunks of clay off of there. I'll be glad when this clay is gone. I'm not a huge fan of this so far, and like I said, it might be because it's so wet and it's so soft. It's like big chunks are coming off in my hands. I don't know, I'm having a hard time. I had it centered and now I have it off. So I'm going to have to get it re-centered here. I'm not, it's just so soft. It's like when you throw with reclaimed clay. I think I got it back on center, okay. It's like when you throw with reclaimed clay that's just so soft, and you know, and I don't feel any grog in here, so I don't know. I've thrown with white porcelain before. I didn't have too many problems with that, but it was stiffer. So I opened this up wider. I want a wider base for this. Gosh, ugh, what a gooky mess. I want to make sure it's centered before I... Like I said, it's just so soft that you bump it at all and it's off center. So, I don't know, I've got 25 more pounds that I'll throw maybe tomorrow, and then I'm done with it. The next time you see me after that, I'll be throwing with the B-Mix 5. You know, I never have S cracks in the B-Mix 5 with grog. I use B-Mix 5 with grog though. because I use my clay to throw and hand build, I always get to play with grog. Okay. So let's see if I can open this up without it falling. See, I don't have any problems pulling it that way. It's when I pull it out that it just, which is usually porcelain's pretty plastic, or has a lot of plasticity to it, which means it's very pliable and stretchable. But it's not really playing very nice with me. I feel like throwing with this clay, I feel like I've never thrown up before. I feel like I'm a beginner with this stuff. Like just trying to keep it on center, and I don't know. It's not being nice. Let's just say that. It's not playing nice. So I'll slow the wheel down a little bit. Gotta love those loud motorcycles. Okay, I'm gonna get my cake tool out. All nice and slimy and muddy. Gosh, we're going on almost an hour and a half. Most of you are probably gone by now. Okay, so let's see here. So far, so good. I'm going to actually get this tool out because I have a different angle at the bottom here that I want to, that won't work with that one, I don't think. I think I just got clay on my face. I'm going to kind of start in the middle, which will compress that bottom for me again. I'm going to make sure these walls are damp, and it could have been too much water in there. You know, that might be, sometimes the clay will do that if you just have too much water content, which could be a problem because I do throw with a lot of water, which is a bad habit, you know, but okay, so whoops, I'm putting a gouge in here. So there we go. Oh no. Okay. Let's try this again. There must be something in the clay because it's putting a gouge. I don't know, maybe, okay. Alright. So I can feel this weight at the bottom. I'm going to try and pull that weight up into the walls. There we go. Now when you're bringing it up, don't thin out these edges too much. They are what is going to hold your walls steady. I don't know how much thinner I'll go. Let's see. This is pretty thick down here, but I can trim that off. I'm going to put just a little bit of water on here because I don't want this rib to torque this side. You know what I mean? Catch and grab it. Am I saying that right? get this out of the bottom. I don't want this to pool in the bottom. So, okay, so I can feel that weight. So I'm squishing that weight between the edge of this rib and my fingers. And I'm going to try and pull that up a little bit. I don't want all that weight down there, but I can trim a lot of it off. There we go. So I'm not going to play with this too much more. There we go. I think that's good. Let's clean it up. And thank you for watching, especially if you stayed with me this long. Good Lord. But you saw a bowl fail and a bowl make it. So hopefully this, you know, you take something away from it. You know, I'm going to clean up this bottom here. Porcelain is tricky to throw with. It says it's easy to throw with, but I'm sorry, I don't believe that. Okay, so I got that all cleaned up on the outside. I'm going to cut the gouge in the very bottom so that the wire slides underneath. And next time, hopefully, we'll go live. I'll try to do a live video. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Always wipe your wire off. Don't leave all the a big chunk of brown clay that's landing on my toe. I'm actually my bare feet. I didn't want to get this dark clay all over my shoes because this stuff does it stains. It stains your clothes. It stains everything. That's another reason why I don't really care for it. It does have magnesium in it, which isn't that great. Manganese, not manganese. Not magnesium, manganese. So you don't want to use it if you have a sore on your hand or an open sore. But it stains everything, and I just gotta be really careful. You not wearing any clothes that you like. And this is actually this is actually a shirt I like, so I'll have to go soak it really quick when I'm done. But I always think I'm not going to get any on me, and I do. So there you go. So set this up here. Move my. There we go. Oh man, what a mess. What a mess. So thanks for watching. I didn't plan on going on for an hour and a half. But anyway, hopefully you learned something. You know, like I said, porcelain's hard to, for me, it's hard to throw with. I know a lot of people throw with it. It's not my favorite. I'll be happy to go back to my B-mix. I know a lot of people don't like B-mix, but I love it. It's what I buy where I teach at. Hi, Chris. My son Chris is waving to me. He said to be quiet for the last hour and a half. So anyway, I'm going to do when I put the handles on these mugs, I'll do a video. And that will probably be, today's Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday. Tomorrow might be too soon, maybe Monday, because I only got 2 weeks of the show, so I got to get it all dried and fired and glazed in 2 weeks. So anyway, I made quite a mess here. But thanks for watching, and like I said, I should do a handle video in a few days. All right, thanks for watching.